righty.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is Terrific Tuesday. Turn it around Tuesday. This is your host.
Ooh, I like that. Turn it around.
Yeah, turn it around.
Yeah.
This is your host, Angela Hayes, here at the Angela Hayes Podcast, Life with No Limits. We are here once again. My co host, Mr. Kenji Johnson,
Oh,
is
she
back
shoot
with
that
us
dub out there
again.
every now. Yeah, Kenji. She tell the whole name. Boy,
Yes.
if y'all looking for me, y'all definitely can find me on the Angela Hayes podcast.
There you are. I got to give credits where credits are
Yes,
due.
ma'am. I appreciate it. I definitely do.
Yes.
I definitely do.
So we are here once again. Everyone, give me a moment so I can share this video. Just take a little time here with the technical
Yeah, I
things.
mean, if
That's
people
how it
understand,
is.
we gotta share, share,
Like,
and
share.
and send that thing to just try to send it to as many people as you can. And if we appreciate it, if y'all like and share, right?
Absolutely. We want you all to like and share other video as well. Even if you're joining us on YouTube, you're joining us on Facebook or Instagram, we ask that you would share this podcast with your friends and your audience as well. We certainly appreciate it for the support and for you all being back again. And while we're sharing, clicking, liking, and doing all that good stuff, get put in the feed where you are coming in from. Give us your city and state so we'll know, so we can send you a shout out while you're joining us here. All right, all right, all right. Of course, don't always want to cooperate, but we're going to get it sooner or later. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So while you going live, is there anything that you gonna talk about specifically today, like a topic or anything?
Oh yeah. I was the power connection is what I want to talk about today. So before we get into, all right, Mr. Baker, thanks for joining again. John in the house.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chief Deputy Constable, Councilman. Yes. Thank you for joining us all the way from Lake Jackson. We appreciate you being here once again. Just go ahead and click that share button and share it with your friends and family. We are talking about today the power of connection. That's something that just really resonated in my spirit on this weekend on Sunday. But before we do that, you all can see that we do have a couple of events that are coming up. So we wanted to let you know about our speaking events coming up in February. We have coming up the second Saturday in February, which is February the 10th. I will be your speaker at the Unity Prayer Breakfast in Bay City, Texas, at New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, where Dr. T.L. Richardson is the pastor, and the breakfast starts at 8:30 a.m. We ask that you will all come out and support and see what God is saying. We're going in to be a blessing because that's what we aim to do. Now the tickets are only just $12. Of course, I know you all got $12 somewhere on you, right? You paying lunch, you're paying for dinners. It's more than $12. Even breakfast. I mean, you go to Starbucks, get a cup of coffee, and don't try to get a sandwich. You're gonna be almost at $20.
Yeah.
So I just ask that you come out. My very own sister Sandra Hayes will be the psalmist, minister of music, and we're just going to be there to be a blessing to the body of Christ. And then we're going down into April. And so I will be the speaker among many other phenomenal authors, some of which are first time authors. Some of us are coming back again this year with our books. And so we will be the speakers at the 2024 Powerful Journey annual women's conference. Phyllis Jenkins is our host, and yours truly will be there. And also, I will be conducting a breakout section at the conference, which will be a workshop. So you don't want to miss this event. You can register. The information is at the bottom of the screen. You can register for an in-person ticket, or you can register to be there virtually. You can still join us virtually if you want to see what's happening. We're going to be in the McKinney, Texas, in that city. Once again, I love going to McKinney and that area, and it's just truly a blessing to us. So we're just honored to be a part. I'm so excited about my new book that's about to be released. On my way here, I got an email from my editor, and no, not my editor.
Published.
I did get an email from my editor too, but we're putting the final touches on some things from the illustrator.
Oh, okay.
So my book cover is complete.
Ready.
So when I get home, I'll be looking at that and just making sure.
How you feel?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Like getting a new car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because you know when you get a new car, boy,
you excited.
Yeah.
But one thing about that new car, I remember that payment is coming, right?
That 45 days.
That payment is
that's
coming.
When you like this at first, but that 45 days
yes.
you like this.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it. The title of the book is More Than Meets the Eye. So I'm really excited about sharing the story, sharing some points in the book,
right?
And it does have a workbook section, workable components in the book that people can definitely make application.
So that's
immediate.
Like exercises and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like that. Wow.
Absolutely. Okay. So you can make immediate application of those things in your life, and then you can start because a lot of times it's like when we go to trainings,
right?
We go to seminars
right.
and things like that.
Right.
We get a lot of information. We get a bulk of information.
Right.
But what do we do? I know I did when I worked in the courts. Man, we would leave that conference with a binder of things, and I mean we've had so many speakers,
Some of them probably still sitting in my drawer.
Stuff. Yeah.
some of them probably still sitting in my drawer.
I would take that stuff back to my office. Now some things, I would pull out here and there and discuss, would do maybe a review with my staff or some points and things like that I needed to share with my judges and prosecutors. Maybe it was some things that we wasn't doing correctly, or maybe it was some things that we needed to consider and to put in place. But I'm telling you, for the most part, Kenji, that thick book
in the cabinet.
Oh, it was on the bookcase, So a lot of times that's why we have to, people, when we get good information, we have to take action. We have to be quick in taking action. Welcome, Miss Sandra Hayes. You're back with us. Just put in the chat where you are coming in from, what city and state you're coming in from. We're so glad that you're here. And those of you that are on Instagram, those of you that are on Facebook, and those of you that are on YouTube, we are happy that you are here, and you can put in those feeds and those chats as well. So we want to give everybody a shout out that we can, because we definitely appreciate you being here. So the book is going to allow individuals to make immediate application of some things. If they're looking for some changes in their life, are they looking to forward in some things? Well, you can start putting into place some key action steps that will actually transform your life. So here, Angela, I'm a realist, I'm all about truth and all of that. So, I don't tell people something that I have not experienced, and the things that I have walked through.
Right.
And so, I look at a lot of times, Kenji, you hear this statement, people don't know the story, right? They see the glory, but they don't know the story.
Right.
So there's a story behind all of us.
Oh yeah.
And our stories, people in a lot of cases would be knocked off their feet if they really knew the real.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about being an author and a writer.
Right.
You get an opportunity if it's something that you may not even thought that you would ever share.
Right.
Or you may still don't feel comfortable
Right.
sharing it verbally, but you can put it on paper.
It allow you to be transparent.
Yes.
But in a written aspect.
In a written aspect.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, a written aspect is just as powerful as a
Right,
verbal.
right.
Right.
And you're probably gonna get more.
Right.
Because it just seemed like when you write, you can express.
Mhm.
You thinking you can express a little bit better as you
Yes.
write, you know.
Yeah.
And then you can go back and I missed that. I mean, when you're talking, you don't go back and say, I
Right.
miss saying that.
Right.
Let me correct that.
Uh-huh.
It's so
It's already out there.
Mhm.
So so when you're writing, a lot of times when you start to write, then more stuff comes to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so actually, and what we have to look at when you're writing, you're actually putting into place a document.
Right.
You know, and this is another way, people, that if you're thinking about becoming an author of anything, whether it's a book, any type of manuscript, you could be a singer, songwriter, psalmist, or whatever. You can put those things into writing, and not only do you get things as you continue to write, but you have to think about what I'm writing. Also, once I imprint it in the earth, I'm leaving a legacy. You know,
Right.
and so a lot of times, when we think about legacy, we think about just money. But legacy is more than, you want to leave something on record. I say, for instance, my mom, she's great at cooking. She knows how to do a whole lot of things. Right. And I've been, my goal is to get her to write a recipe book. So legacy. Yeah. So those things that, man,
pass
I don't
down, down. People still, your
absolutely.
great
Yes.
great grandkids can use that.
Right. Can use that
legacy.
Yeah. So it's about leaving legacy. So you want to think about that too. It's not just money, it's not just land, but it's also, hey, writing and other things that you can leave. It's other ways that you can leave legacy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like well, yes I have. Yes, I have. Mm-hmm. But most of the time when people say legacy is about me leaving money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Most of the time. Yeah. So
yes. Yeah. So that's
hopefully you can inspire to hopefully your book would motivate her to write a recipe book.
Yeah. Right. Well, we were featured in the anthology that we were published in last year. And so it was a mother and a daughter feature. Right. So, I had my chapter, Pushed into Purpose. Those of you that have the book, if you don't have the book, reach out to me. I can get you the book. But she had her chapter as well. So she was in the section of wisdom, years of wisdom. Right, so there were women in there that were 70 something on up to probably 90s. And so, she was in there with her words of wisdom, but we were able to be the only mother-daughter featured in the anthology. So she is officially a published author too. But this is the thing. I'm always pushing people to the next. So, let's talk about football and basketball. Yeah. So, hey, so they may have won, what is it, the AFC championship. Yeah, but you can't get comfortable there.
You gotta
because you're trying to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that's like it is in life. It's like it is in our businesses, in our employment, whatever it is that we're doing or we're striving to do. We don't want to get comfortable and complacent in that.
You know what? I was watching an artist today, and he said something that was very that was useful for me. He said that a lot of people say that how did he say it? The destination. He said he don't want he understand that there is no destination. The journey is the destination.
Yeah. Yeah.
The journey itself is the destination. And so for me, I took that as it's never ended.
It's never ended.
You
As
know.
long as we are here in the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, we have grace and mercy.
Yeah.
So, we have an opportunity. God has given us an opportunity,
Yeah.
like you say, journey to
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to make every moment
Yeah.
count.
And you know what? I want to tell people this. As an entrepreneur, oh man, I got chills just even
Okay.
thinking about it. I did it Saturday, but I never, out of all the 20 years plus, I've never sat down and looked at what I really accomplished.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm steady like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's next? Saturday, I sat down with myself and I said, dang, I wanted to get better mics.
Yeah.
I got better mics.
Got it. Yeah. Check.
I wanted to get new mixes. I got new mixes. I wanted to get more lighting.
Yeah.
I got more lighting.
Okay.
I wanted to give me a truck with black on black. I got it.
Okay.
I wanted to stay married. I wanted to stay married.
Right.
So I looked at everything from just really just life.
Yes.
And I looked at it from start to where I'm at that moment Saturday.
Right.
And I said, wow.
Yes.
I cannot complain.
We can't.
Because I've done everything that I've set out to do.
Yes.
Now I want to do it better.
Yeah.
But everything that I've set out to do, I've done it.
Oh, that's good.
If I went today, if I drop right now, I'm good.
Okay.
Because I evaluated.
Wow. Yeah.
And everything that I want to do, I've done it.
You've done it.
It's I've went to school. I've gotten a degree.
Look at that.
I've been certified A+, Net Plus is what I wanted.
Right.
I didn't want nothing else. I wanted A+. I got it. I wanted Net Plus. I got it. I want to start my own business. I seen my daughter graduate from, so all of these things.
That's awesome.
I just looked at it and I was like, so I'm saying that to say that sometimes we get so caught up into what's next.
Yeah.
That we need to take a break.
Right.
And really, really look at what we've accomplished.
Right. Right. And you'll
feel better.
Yeah.
You'll feel better at what did I plan for 2023? What did I plan? Was I able to let me check out what I accomplished? Wow, I did all of that.
Right. And we don't even realize it. And that's like you said, my writing coach says that, take the time to celebrate your accomplishments, what you've done. Some stuff may be still in process, but what if you just sit and reflect? So at the end of each year, that's what I do. Like almost the whole month of December, that's my time to really sit, and meditate and look at, what has happened over the scope of the year. Right. And so, and I reflect on that, and then you can't help but be grateful. Man. And I believe that a lot of us, if we do life reflections, I mean, we talk to business owners and entrepreneurs, but I think in general, in life period, if we do life reflections, then our attitude and our perspectives will change because we will be so grateful.
I was talking to my wife and I had told her, I say, just think about it. We not doing as bad as it might be, credit card payments due, whatever. Everybody got that.
That's
rent coming up, lights.
Responsibility.
That's things that everybody have.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, but then I say, you know what? You got the car you wanted. I got the car I wanted. You wanted to work here. You there. So then we both were just looking at each other like, damn, we are not doing as bad as we thought we were.
Yeah. You
understand what I'm saying? Because we've accomplished everything that we set out to do. We've done it.
Yeah.
Now it's just doing more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely.
And I think that some people, I think that people really need to sit down
Mm-hmm.
and all of this is tying back into what you was talking about your book.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you
I'm on. Yeah,
you there.
I'm there. Yeah.
You there.
And so, so for coming out of 2023, coming into 2024,
Yeah.
so a lot of times we'll try to like kind of go back to what you were saying. We'll try to set new goals.
Yeah.
For the next year
Instead of
right?
celebrate. Yeah.
But that is not what the Lord said to me. He
Yeah.
said, you don't really have too many new goals you need to set because some things are still, you will just continue.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, we have to realize, okay, what am I supposed to be doing now?
Yeah.
Where should I be now?
Right.
This could be in our relationships.
Right.
This could be in our work. This could be in our businesses. This
Right.
can be in any aspect in our finances. Right. And so we have to just really take a look at, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to jump out of this and add something else to the list. Let me finish this.
Yeah.
And then, before I finish it, now I experienced in a whole lot of times for me, God will start giving me things I didn't even think about.
Right.
I didn't even ask for. Okay. And I have to say this probably almost every time I come on here.
Right.
About this podcast.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, wow, I wasn't even expecting. Right. So I just want to say to those that are listening out there, wherever you're listening, on YouTube, Facebook, if you're in the right vein, if you're moving in what it is that God desires for your life, there will be things that you receive, or there will be opportunities that you just walk into. Right. Because he's full of surprises. Right. And so we don't even know what it is he has on the radar for us next. Right. And so that's where we go back to what we talked about last week. That's where that trust comes from. Right. And so even with this podcast, I know it may be some people out there thinking, how in the world how in the world did she get a podcast? Well, what is she doing? She turning flips to get a podcast, whatever. Or she, trying to do this or no. God did this because I just showed up.
And then let me ask you this. It's because I know most people come in and they say, I know nothing about doing that.
Right.
And they think it's really hard. Right. But you ain't have to really do nothing.
No, because the guru over here does it all.
It's not even that. It's just you took a chance on you.
Yeah. Just step up.
And it's that simple.
It is that simple.
It's that simple. You've had, this is what, your fourth?
Yes, this is the fourth episode.
You've had 4 episodes based on you just and I listen to these meditation things on YouTube, and they said is it 80% or 90%? 90% of life is just showing up, and then whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen.
Wow, yeah.
So if you show up, then it's gonna happen.
Up.
Yeah, you just
because it may be something in you that feels a little. It's like, okay, I was on schedule for the Tri-County podcast,
right?
So because we have the option of live streaming, virtually into the podcast or showing up,
right?
But it was just something in me, and I know that was nobody but God saying you need to go into the studio, and I was like, I didn't question it.
Right.
So sometimes people, it may just be something real soft and faint that you hear within your spirit. And you got to move when you hear it, though.
And then I'm gonna say this here too. We do a podcast. People see us on this podcast, but we have conversations afterwards or before.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And we feed each other. Just even today, I was showing you something else. You know what I'm saying? A commercial or whatever.
Yes.
And you telling me, you complimenting me on the commercial. You don't know what that fuels me. You understand what I'm saying? You say, "Oh, that's nice. I know that you got a business, and I know that you're looking at it a certain way."
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so for you to say, that's nice. What do you charge for that?
Yes.
My work spoke for itself.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm saying based on me even just saying, come look at this. You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
It's just showing up.
Yeah, just showing up. That's all you got to do sometimes is show up.
Show up. And then things will work out the way that they supposed to.
Gotta work it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, that's just and really it's just trusting, you know, him.
Yeah.
And you know, and showing up. Because the reason why I say this audience is don't think about it too long. If it's something that you are sensing within yourself, just know it is God. And what happens is a lot we can talk ourselves, and I know because I've done it on many occasions with many situations. We can talk ourselves out of something really that he had on his radar just for you. And we get into reasoning, you know, with ourselves because we think that we are so intelligent, we so smart, we have all the knowledge. And let me tell you something, knowledge and our smarts, our degrees cannot trump the direction of God. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying, because so we'll talk ourselves plumb out of that opportunity, plumb out of that job, because let me say this, Kenji.
Come on,
I've learned this. I've learned this. I've learned this in a few years back, that a lot of times our greatest opportunities is wrapped in a problem. It's wrapped in an issue. It's wrapped in something that we don't want to have anything to do with. Let me tell you. Even my whole career, my background is in local governments, court administration, right? And so I remember a long time ago when I started working as a teenager. So, you know, we've always, my whole family, we had a strong work ethic. You know, that was, you know, coming down the line or what have you. So, you know, I couldn't wait to get the little summer jobs and things like that. So I remember my little summer job at the grocery store. And the people were so difficult, I felt like. And then I had to, of course, you know, if you're a cashier, I was a cashier. So I had money and a till that was assigned to me. And so I hated dealing with money. I hated dealing with cash. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you got to turn the till in.
You got to count.
And they got to count it back down. And then if you coming up short, you're like, I don't know what I did, what have you. And so from that one experience at a young age, hey, Monica, thanks for joining. I said, I don't want any more jobs that I have to deal with money. I don't want to handle money. I won't do anything. Okay. So fast forward down the line. Do you know after that, every job that I got, I had to handle money. I had to deal with money. And so when I ended up staying in local government, everything that I did, at the police department, I had to, you know, people paying cash bonds, you know, all this stuff, people coming in paying alarm permits and all of this. Everything I did, I had to deal with money. Then I go to the courts, transition over there. And then, of course, you got to take care of defendants and things like that at the window. So you got to deal with money. You got to balance out at the day, you know, you got to post payments. And I say, oh, my God. So I was probably 5 or 6 years in, and I finally accepted it.
And it's crazy that
I finally embraced it.
It's crazy that you say that, because believe it or not, and this gonna sound crazy, I hate cameras.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why do you say that?
I just hate cameras.
Oh, you mean like we cameras. Are in front of the cameras?
I hate cameras.
Yeah.
I don't not like people be, okay, you want to take a picture? I'm always, I don't want to take no. Come take a picture. No. Yeah. But it's what I do.
That's what you do. Isn't that something?
It's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about that based on, I don't have no pictures of like, remember how I used to go to the mall?
Yes, the little photo booth thing.
Yeah, and take the pictures and all of that. You might go take it with your family.
Yes.
I never did none of that.
Wow.
I never. Now, I think me
pay
and my
attention,
wife took,
people. Pay attention.
Me and my wife, we went and took a picture in the photo thing one time. But I'm talking about, remember this used to be them little photo things that you would go to in the mall,
right? The little. I know
not the booths, but they used to go and take pictures, like photo shoots.
Yes.
They be sitting on the floor.
Right.
Yeah. I never, ever done any of that because I just didn't like pictures.
Wow.
I didn't like cameras.
Okay.
And this is, and I'm saying that based on what I've been doing this video stuff for years. And I never thought about it till you just said that.
Wow. I hear you. I hope y'all hear this. I hope y'all hear this.
Wow.
Sometimes I'm telling you,
Wow.
pay attention to those things that you know
you running from.
You running from, because that is more than likely the direction God is trying to take you.
Ooh.
But you know, again, I'm gonna go back to our intellect. We get into reasoning. See, reasoning goes against the will and the purpose of God.
Yeah.
See, it don't agree. And so, you know, I say, for instance, like I was saying about the job, and they got too many issues. I don't want to deal with that. Oh, I don't want to be the supervisor for that company.
And then wind up.
Well, I don't want to come over there because see but that may just be the setup.
Yeah.
That may just be the key that you need to walk in that door, because you do not know what else is behind that door. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So yeah, so I thought about all of that. So I finally embraced it. So I want to say to someone out there today, embrace that thing that you are running away from.
Yeah.
Embrace it, because there's something on the inside of you that can make a change, that can make a difference, you know, or can change that situation upside down. There may be one person somewhere that's waiting on you, waiting on your kindness, you know, waiting on the solution that you have to an issue or problem that they have. So we talk about business.
And I honestly believe this here, and this is just my belief. I believe that if you are, let's say, you working in a place, I believe it is a reason. Yes. And it's not for you to, not just for you to make money.
Thank you.
It's not just for, I think that if you working at a place,
thank you,
it's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
It's always a purpose.
You understand?
And it's always more than just the job.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. It's always so much more than just the job. But again, we get in our feelings, we get in our thinking and our reasoning, figuring out, think we got all the answers. Some of us got degrees and all kind of initials and certifications behind our name. We think we know, but there may be somebody, there may be a friend, there may be a loved one, there may be a pastor, that may be somebody, an Uber driver telling you that, and you got to be able to hear what's being said to you.
Now I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. I try to be transparent when I go live, because I feel like it's just in my spirit to be honest. So,
yeah, absolutely. And you know that's what I'm all about.
I drive. I drive.
Okay.
I ain't understand. I'm serious. Like, I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I was Bugetto. I was Bugetto.
When
it came to driving.
Okay.
But okay, I don't want to go work for nobody, because I haven't worked for nobody probably in about 15 years.
Wow. Yeah.
I've been doing my own business.
Okay.
So after COVID, things slowed down a little bit.
Yes.
So I had a choice, either to go fill out an application or go just drive and drive and supplement your income for now. Because he already told me that's not gonna last forever, but it's a purpose in it. And so two times I picked up this Caucasian lady, and she was going through it.
Wow.
And she just started asking me questions. And I just talked to her, and I talked to her about God. I asked her, have you ever tried just praying?
Right. Wow.
And do you know, by the time, and it was a long drive, and by the time we got to the end of that drive, she got out and she said, thank you. And she doubled what she paid for.
Come on.
She doubled what she paid for. It wasn't about the money for me. It was the fact that she got out and she thought about everything that we talked about and said, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me show him some love.
Yes.
Because that's what that was. It wasn't about the tip. It was about what she got.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then one guy, and I'm just sharing my...
She would, appreciate it.
One guy got in the car, and I talked to him about marriage and relationships.
Yeah.
And before he got out the car, he said, I never forget it. He said, you know you the man, right? And I said, nah, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
He got out. He doubled the tip.
Wow.
So I say that to say that if it was up to me, because I get up in the morning, I'd be like, man, I ain't finna do this. I ain't finna do this.
Right.
But then I think and I say, undoubtedly, you got a purpose for me. Right. So let me just go out here.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not about talking. Sometimes people get in my car and I understand they just want peace. Right. They getting away from everything.
Absolutely.
So I just turn the radio down, turn the air up, and just let them ride.
Yeah, and peace.
And they'll get out and say, thank you.
Yeah. They
get a peace of mind.
That's
and
right.
I see that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a purpose. It's a purpose in it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's so many. It's that's why it shows no limits. It's no limits.
Yeah.
You know, I had a client today.
Man, I thank God for that, man.
Really. All right, now let me get the tissue.
Really?
No, but
because a lot of times, and I'm not trying to cut you short.
No, you good.
It's just a lot of times we be thinking it's about us talking. We think it's about us, but it's people that get in. It's people that get in and really just want peace.
They want peace. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. Money can't buy peace.
It can't.
It's just like love.
Wow.
You know, money cannot buy peace. It's something to be said when you have peace. It is something to, and I'm at a point now in my life. I allow no one.
To steal it.
I'm telling you. Whether that's family, friend, or foe. I allow no one to come and take my and steal my peace.
That's good.
And I'm gonna tell you, I pay attention.
That's good.
I'm alert.
Yeah.
I'm on guard.
Yeah.
And when I know it's something that's coming to disturb my peace, I will shut it down. Yeah. Because you can't buy peace.
Yeah.
You cannot buy it. You know, no gold, no silver, no money can buy peace.
And one thing I say about that is something, and
I don't know how we get over there on peace.
Hey, you know, but it's good though. But it's good because maybe it's something that need to be said.
Right.
And I'm understanding now that most of my life I've tried to be a fixer. And I'm understanding now that me fixing myself first and foremost.
That's right.
Is the key.
That's where it starts.
That's the key. Because if I'm trying to fix you,
right,
fix my job, fix this,
right,
fix my niece,
right,
fix my grandson,
yes,
and I ain't never took our time to fix myself, I'm in chaos.
Yeah.
Because it ain't much. It's not even much with me first.
And if that's the case, how are you being effective? Are you really? Are you
really
fixing? Because we got to realize we can't fix anybody.
And then one thing I'm learning too is to say this. That's your problem. Some things are just not my problem,
and we have to be able to really discern.
Yeah.
What we need to be involved in
and what not.
Okay. And sometimes we just got to know how to back off of that thing. Yes, it was Monica saying, yes, I will not allow.
Yeah, I will not allow either.
No more. That's awesome. Yes, absolutely, Monica.
I'm not trying to be a fixer. God is my witness. And I'm saying that.
Yes.
I'm no longer trying to be a fixer.
Right.
Because I'm not the fixer. That's what I got to understand. I'm not the fixer.
Right. We have to know our place.
Yeah. Now, if I could advise, I'll advise if you ask me, or if I see a situation where I see you going into a situation, because it'll be wrong of me to let my grandson go touch a hot stove and I know it's hot.
Absolutely.
I should tell them, don't touch that because it's hot. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's part of teaching.
But me coming to your house and trying to clean up your room and all of that, we're
do
not
it for
doing
you.
No,
yeah,
no, I'm not doing
that's
that.
That's a whole nother subject.
And I'm saying that with people in general.
Yes,
because what's wrong? Oh, I'm going. Oh, well, come here. Let me talk to you. The next day, you talking for hours. You done gave yourself a headache. You understand? Now you done took on that problem. Now you go home worried about.
Yes,
look,
it's not yours.
Let me pray for you.
Yeah, it's absolutely. And then you can know what, and you can, and what I do, I stop right then and pray for them and pray with them. If they open to it and not opposed to it, I will pray with you on the spot because there's something that needs to shift
Yeah.
and change
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah.
But you are absolutely right. We have to learn not to take on the problems and the burdens of other people. We got to know when. Look, I think about, is that a country song? You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Because what it'll steal your time, it'll steal your joy, and like you said, it'll be like a ton of bricks
Yeah.
that's placed
Weighing
on
you
you.
down.
Then you go to bed at night, cannot sleep,
Can't
tossing and turning.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta think back. You know, what did you encounter?
Yeah.
What did you take on that did not belong
Yeah.
to you?
I promise you, man, like God is God. You hear me? I'm not trying to be a fixer.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not, because I spent like a ton of my life. A ton of my life trying to, and there's nothing wrong with helping people, but trying to fix.
Right.
This is a difference.
And when we figure out that we are not, like you said earlier, we are not the fixers. Sometimes, you know, we think that we have all the answers, you know, just because maybe we're at a certain status or we've learned something that we don't have all the answers.
Even in our spirituality,
Absolutely.
we think we have it.
Absolutely.
And God told me one time, man, look, sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
I got it.
He'll tell you. Yeah,
I know, seriously.
absolutely.
Like, and then when I sat down, everything started working out for that person.
Oh yeah, get out the way. Get out his way. Oh, he's told me that too several times. Just get on out the way. But now, you know, and there's times that we can give a word of wisdom. We can give a word of knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, and you will know when that is that time. But we also got to be able to know when am I in the way.
Here's an example. A real quick example.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a homeless person on the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me help you. Here go $5. Here go $10. Here go $20.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to fix you. Now, what's your name? Jared. Okay, Jared, get in. Okay, so now Jared done got in. I done took on this issue because Jared probably got a smell. So now I gotta clean you up. I gotta start doing things that I should have just helped you.
Yeah.
I should have just gave to you. And then, you know, in my prayers, you know, hey, God, you know, take care of that person. Now, some things we probably gonna have to take on, but let your spirit be led to do it. Don't just try to just be go led. And just yeah. I jump in, hey man,
right.
I'm trying to fix and both of us drown.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel me?
Because what's on them is drowning you.
It's drowning me.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, man,
yeah,
I know a lot of spiritual people, you know, say, well, we supposed to help, don't mean fix.
No, because even in our spirituality, we are not the fixers.
Exactly.
God is the fixer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now we are supposed to do our part and administer what he tells us to administer.
Exactly.
But then too, we have to realize even God himself gives us a choice.
Yeah.
So who are we to enforce or force our way on anybody?
Yeah.
You know, because we all have the power of choice.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he gave all of us.
Yeah.
You know, we have the power of choice.
Yeah.
You know, so man, I tell you, now I don't know how we got over there on peace and fix, but somebody out there, I hope that you are hearing us today.
Yeah.
You know, understand that there is something that he has for you.
Right.
But you got to listen and you got to pay attention.
Right.
You know, and don't miss it. Don't miss, you know, what it is, what he's trying to get to you.
And you know what? The killer part about everything that we said pertains to personal life and business. Everything that we just said.
Right. Well, and it's like this. So you can't separate Angela Hayes from the brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Unique Foundations Enterprise.
Yeah.
You know, I am.
Yeah, you are.
You know, the brand.
Yeah.
You know, but there's times and components we have to kind of section that out depending on what we're doing. Right.
Right.
But we are the representation, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
You know, we are the face.
Right.
Of the brand.
Right.
You know, you're the face of GMT Broadcasting.
Right.
You know, you are the brand.
Right.
And so, you know, we just have to be people of integrity.
Yeah.
We have to be people that really are genuine. Like you said, everything you say on here, everything I say on here, we're just being authentic and true. And that's where the freedom is, people, when you can be true and authentic with yourself. Because God knows it all.
Exactly.
Right. But we can fool some people, like they say sometimes. Now you can't fool everybody every time. You might think you can, but some people really are pitching at another level, and they have a gift of spiritual insight that they can see what you don't think they see. I ain't even trying to go there, but anyway.
Because everything that we saying, it pertains to business.
Yeah. And so we need that component. We need that component in business, because when you go into a meeting or you are set up to meet with a client or something for the first time, you need to be able to know or to discern, what you're going into, who you're dealing with. You need to know all that. I say this. So like in my business as a notary, even as a signing agent and as a notary, a mobile notary, sometimes, more all the time, I'm getting ready to meet with a client. I don't know who I'm meeting with. I mean, I have the information that the companies has sent me as far as names and things like that, but I don't know who they're going to be, what they're going. And I'm telling you, Kenji, I cannot tell you how many times I've sat with so many influential people. Today, I had a client at the law office. Now, that's why we got to be careful in our prejudices. You can't prejudge anybody, whether you hear their voice over the phone, and when you see them in person, now, went in with the clients or whatever. And the husband and the wife, the husband was actually, I didn't even ask him what his position was, but he worked at the county's juvenile detention center. And so, hey, that was a commonality. We could go in on that whole, my background, but they were people of influence. So when I walked them out of the law office and we were going down the hallway, he kind of stepped back, took a couple steps back, leaned into one of the offices and waved and spoke to one of the attorneys, and the attorney addressed him by his name. So you never know who you're dealing with. And so that's why it's so important that we are people of integrity. We are professional. We are kind, and we are easy to entreat and engage with that person, because that very person may be the one. You just never know. Had a client at the nursing home today. Had him yesterday. He called me, and I tell you, I thought, his voice sounded younger. He was older man or what have you. But let me tell you something. There are millionaires that's dressed like you just said, homeless people. And we wasn't able to finish the transaction yesterday because he still needed to make sure his paperwork was correct. So I was like, okay, but he kept saying, but Angela, I'm going to pay you just for coming today. And so, oh, well, Mr. Allen, so you need this paperwork. Well, how are you going to get it? I'm not sure. I'm going to reach out to my niece or what have you. You know what, Mr. Allen, I can do for you. Let me have your niece email me. So I text him my business email, and I say, send the documents to that email. I will print those documents and I will bring them back to you tomorrow. So I went out of my way for him. He said, but Angela, I still want to pay you for just coming today. And the Lord, I heard the Lord say, don't you say I don't want you to pay me. Oh, that's all right. He said, I said, okay. And I accepted it. And so we were constantly, he texted me even to make sure I got home okay. This is an older Caucasian gentleman, and he had a brother there that had been sent there that had stage 4 cancer. And so we reconnected today, finished out the transaction. I printed the paperwork, not only did I make one set of copies, I made 2 set of copies for him, right? And so, man, so we finished it, got there, had to wait a little bit because the workers had to, clean up the
Yeah.
persons and stuff in the room. See, this is what I'm saying, people in business. Sometimes you go in to do business, but you have to have a good attitude. And you got to be willing to stand there and
go a
treat
little
with
bit
your
out your
client.
way.
Go
Yeah.
out your way. And I'm going to tell you, I know that God has sent me there because he began to share things to me. We talked about the Lord, angels, and everything else. He said, you know what? I just so appreciate you for coming. And he was like, when it was time to pay, he was just shelling it out.
Yeah.
Like, he said, you just don't know how much I
blessing.
appreciate you. Yes. And so I never complained. Again, we're going back to being grateful, and how the whole,
and there was a purpose in it.
It was a purpose, and how the whole picture was set up. So, some people, I know some people queasy down. They don't like going in the nursing homes and things like that. But again, I go back to the beginning of what we were saying, how something is packaged just may be the opportunity that God, the way, the stream that God wants to bless you. Right now, this man is from Center, Texas. This man was by way of Dallas, a former police officer, a former fire chief. And so I'm like, wow, I used to work with police, so there we go, So I'm saying this, and this goes back to what the title of this broadcast was today, the power of connection. It's power in connecting with other people. I don't care where they're from, what they look like, what their status is, but it just may be a setup for you to be blessed, or for you to gain some insight, for you to get some information or get some resources that you've been looking for. I'm telling you, people, sometimes the very thing that we're looking for, the resources and some of the things that we're praying for, then we got to sit back and say, what? God didn't answer my prayer.
So I know our time is running down, but this based on what we was talking about, and I just want to say this last before we go out.
Go ahead.
There's purpose in whatever it is that you're doing.
Yes.
There's purpose in it.
It is.
If you selling sandwiches.
Yes.
No, it's purpose in it. You know what I'm saying? To if you already a millionaire.
Right.
And you it's purpose in everything. So find comfort in that purpose.
Right.
And then too, for somebody that's struggling with what's next, stop struggling with what's next and look at what you've already accomplished. Really take that time
where you came from
and check off those boxes of what you've accomplished. Because I'm gonna tell you something, it's gonna give you a feeling. It's gonna give you a feeling out of this world, like for real.
Because in our closing, that was one thing that I was thinking today when I came from my last appointment. I just began to think about, wow, God, you're so good. I thank you for your grace. And not only just grace, enabling grace. To do. To accomplish. To produce, to engage with people. He enabled me to do it because of the skill, the talent, and the business that I have. So those that are looking to be entrepreneurs, startup businesses, I got you. I'm here for you. I'm telling you, if it's in your heart, there's a purpose in it. And so don't write it off. Don't write it off, but start writing it down.
Don't write it off, write it down.
Oh, we got okay.
That's on your shirt right there.
Yeah. So I just want to encourage somebody with that today. And thank you again for joining the Angela Hayes podcast. Life Without No Limits. It has truly been a blessing and a joy to serve you here on the podcast. Remember our announcements. The information is there at the bottom of the screen. And if you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my social media pages. So Facebook, YouTube channel. Those that have not, please like and subscribe on the channel. And those that are listening to the recorded message.
And Sandra, that's your sister, right?
Yes, that's
Sandra. I got your shirt for you.
Oh, yes, Sandra. Oh, can I show it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I gotta show it.
Yeah.
I almost turned mine. Well, no, I might have to order me a blue one. I ain't gonna turn it in because I wore my purple one Saturday with the race with my purple tennis shoes. But I just want to show the blue.
Black and blue. Yeah, that's that black and blue.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got on the gold.
Yes.
So if you're interested in getting a true
That-
shirt,
that
and
is
they say
nice.
the shirt say "True God loves me now and forever."
Mhm.
It has a little writing at the bottom. It say "True God loves me now and forever." If you want to get a shirt, my number is 832-372-6874. That's 832-372-6874. We got them. I can get you in any color. Like I said, mine is gold and black.
Yes, that's
This
nice
is blue
too.
and black.
Yeah.
She has purple. You
Yeah,
got
her purple. Yes.
And then I got other shirts too. So
Yes.
I'll send you a link with the shirts where you can purchase the shirts with the colors on it. So
I
Sandra
love
got
the blue. The blue is very vibrant.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if you want to get a shirt again, 832-372-6874. It's I'll send you a link and we'll just go from there. I can mail them out to you also. So
Yes.
if you're in a different, we just ask that you give us the right address.
Yes.
Just the right address.
Absolutely.
So that's that. And I appreciate you allowing me to come on and just be transparent and
Thank
express
you.
myself.
I appreciate you for having me. And again, we're rolling out some new things in February. So those of you that are interested in being on the podcast, reach out to me. God bless.